Hey guys, welcome back to some Stanley Parable. It's been forever since we played this. Like, I don't know, I can't math. It was like March, April, March. Yeah, somewhere around there when we first played a little bit of Stanley Parable. And, I would like to say that my editing and recording and audio skills, and pretty much all of them, have significantly increased since last time we played. So we're going to do this again. We're going to tackle a few more endings. So let's get this going.
This is the story.
Yeah, we've already seen this. If you haven't seen that, go back and rewatch a little bit of them.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know, maybe. Let's find out.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why not? Let's do this.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Pranking floors meeting. That sounds fun. Ah, the broom closet. Fun times, fun times.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No, why would I know that?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Wow.
Amazing.
Sheer
He
luck.
stepped into the newly
Amazing.
opened passageway.
Hey, look, an elevator. What is this place? Yeah, we're gonna try and tackle all of the endings. Not in this video. No. There's a lot of endings, but we're definitely gonna try and get through all of them. I meant to do that a long time ago, but this time we're actually going to do it.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I feel a bit
It
peculiar.
was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
All right. Why not?
The lights rose on an enormous
Whoa.
room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No, not really.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
427. Look, there's my room.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
No, freedom means nothing. But it's just like working anywhere, almost anyway, so it doesn't look like it matters.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Nah.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Maybe.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Probably. We're going to chill here before we go up because I remember there's a little Easter egg that is pretty awesome. Hey, look, fired. Ah, there we go. Took a little while. I think I have to come back here. Oh. Oh. Ah, it's so loud. Yeah, that was really cool. I loved that one.
To believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
Never!
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Possibly.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
There's a possibility.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Just like the government oppressing us, I will dismantle them. Well, it got dark. I think I broke it. Oh, I see a sliver of light. And music.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't know. Is it? Whoa.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Yes.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
The end. That was the freedom ending, as I'm sure you can tell. And now we go on to the alternate ending, or well, one of the very many.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a
Paper
matter of
on the
time
floor.
before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time. When Stanley came to a set of
Door on his
open
left,
doors,
yeah.
he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Couldn't go through a door.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, quite.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Yeah,
Stanley
yeah.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh, that's nice. Ah, yeah.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah, that looked dangerous. Okay. Let's do this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place
There's a
hold?
platform up there.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have this?
That's part of the confusion ending, I thought it was. I think so.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
Yes,
nothing.
quite.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all
Quite.
this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Alright, so let's find out what
or
happens
sad
when I turn
or
it
content.
on.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Is that
After
bad?
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Sure.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
I did what?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
What?
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
What?
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it?
No.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die.
It pushes the same button every
I'll tell
time,
you
doesn't it?
Exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times,
3 attempts
I let
remaining.
the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Gosh darn it.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
No, I don't.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No.
Get out of my head.
Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything. Something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
Fourth wall destroyed.
Any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Stop laughing.
You're in for quite a disappointment.
No.
Here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge.
What monster are
You
you?
wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you...
No.
Take a
No.
look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
Let me click the button.
Blown to pieces.
No.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until
2,
the moment I
1.
say,
No. All right. Well, I'm dead. That was fun, I guess. I died. I mean, I got that going for me. Yeah, those were the freedom endings and the explosion ending. Or no, freedom ending and explosion endings. There we go. That's the wording I was looking for. So, alright guys, we're going to have to end this one here. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Comment in the comment section. Give me tips or pointers or any other games you want to see me play. And throw some more endings at me, just because it's kind of hard to find these myself. Some of these I've already known of, but yeah, there's going to be some that I just don't know, I've never heard of. So if there's any obscure ones, just let me know in the comments and I'll figure it out somehow. So talk to you guys later. You guys have a great day. Bye.